Holy crap, we're recording. Oh, no. Recording? Yes, I am. I think. Randy, can you... Oh, Randy? Oh, I see your head.
There's a bike in my way.
Here, what if I do that? Sorry about this, guys. My camera died on air. That's working, I think.
Does look like it's working.
My God, it's my... Oh, no!
Will we make it through the entire show with this?
Okay, hang on. Maybe. But, first of all, I just...
Better not to tell you now.
Okay, first of all... Damn it!
This is so rigged.
Let's go. Okay, guys, first of all, I did it, and I'm getting ready to do it again. I got a football. I'm tired of all the Brady stuff. As you can see, hard as a rock. I'm going to put it in the freezer and show you that the ball can deflate in a freezer, which will shut everybody up, and this is all over with. To the freezer I go. Randy.
What?
Tell everybody.
Is this crazy experiment going to work?
Okay, here we go.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, damn it.
I don't think it's going to work. Huh. Have to readjust the set. Readjusting the set to fit the people properly.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
I'm telling you right now, this is not a rinky-dink operation.
Oh, there's a lot of crap in my freezer I didn't realize.
This is, you know what? I think I found the next Sean right here, the Magic 8 Ball. That will be the next Sean. There you go. Oh, we don't even need you. Sean, what do you think about the whole Tom Brady thing and his deflated balls?
It pisses me off about Tom's
balls. It says ask again later, so Sean has no opinion right now.
Well, Sean's opinion
is... I told you you've been replaced by this.
Well, I can deal with that. Where'd my beer go?
Okay. Beers are all over the place.
And those aren't all mine.
I'm going to tell you, Budweiser's going to be angry at you for switching sponsors.
I didn't switch sponsors. I decided... Somebody gave me Coors. Okay, first of all, this is That Mediocre Sports Show, formerly Neutral Zone Infraction. I am Blue. This is Randy. We decided that we were tired of all the talk about Tom Brady's balls, and our other quarterbacks in the league upset about everybody focusing only on Tom's balls and not other quarterback balls.
I'm sure they don't care.
Well, if I was a quarterback, I'd be pissed
off. I don't think they'd care.
The media didn't want to talk about my balls.
I think they're glad to talk about his only. They don't want anybody else talking about theirs. So I don't think it's the best thing to have your balls being called deflated. So, you know.
And I think the only person that should be concerned with it...
Aaron Rodgers are overinflated. I mean, what does that tell you?
Tells you that he's
maybe he needs a wife.
Or burst.
Maybe he needs a girlfriend.
A girlfriend wouldn't hurt. Or something.
I'm sure he could get a girlfriend.
I'm sure.
Although Green Bay...
Discount double check.
I'm sure there's not a great selection of women in Green Bay, and if they are, they're bundled up. You can't even tell.
Really? Pittsburgh last one? No. Okay, so...
Hey, I'm going to make fun of Green Bay because they lost a game they shouldn't have lost.
They shouldn't have.
Sorry, Rolf.
Anyway, so we are doing the experiment. We don't care about the balls. We think that it's no big deal. I think quarterbacks should have their balls wherever they want their balls and how inflated and unflated they want them. Having said that, if it was any other team, nobody would give a poop. So what we've done...
Maybe Dallas. Dallas has I think Dallas, they might care about Dallas. Just because Jerry Jones would want to talk about it for a long time.
His balls?
He would! Jerry Jones likes to talk about himself all the time. Doesn't matter what the subject is.
And I got to tell you, I don't even want to hear about his balls.
Well, I'm telling you. It's like if they're deflated, we'd hear about it. And Jerry Jones would tell everybody about it.
I'm pretty sure
he would have lots of tests done.
What I was going to get at is, I'm not going to worry. I did the experiment. It's in the freezer. We'll see if cold air does do that. It is cold out, so I'm not sure what this is going to do.
It was cold out before. The ball's been in a cold environment the whole time.
So having said that...
Not as bad as that day where we saw our breath.
So what I've done here is I've downloaded an app. Randy had this great idea. Marshawn Lynch. I like Marshawn Lynch. I like the Seattle Seahawks. I am pulling for the Patriots because I'm sick and tired of all the ball talk and the cheating talk. And the Patriots are better than this. They're still a great team. And 9 AFC championships in 13, 14 years is amazing. And they've won 6, right? Yeah.
They won 6 AFC championship games in the Tom Brady era. Not the Bill Belichick era, but the Tom Brady era. They have won 6.
You are.
Man, I'll tell you, Tom Brady, he's the one that's led them to where they are.
Well, decisions have to be made by Belichick. Whatever.
No, it's like you can make any decision. It's like, Tom, we need to win the game. Tom just sits there and he goes, I could do that.
I think Belichick brings a lot more to the table than that.
Yeah, he might have a notebook. Somebody may have. Maybe he has a magic 8 ball.
So what we do?
Will Tom win the Super Bowl this time for me? Oh, it says yes, definitely.
Yeah! Okay. So.
What? Yeah, it still says yes.
Okay.
I don't know how they got hit again.
So what we're going to do is we're deciding here.
That's not the official.
To talk about Marshawn Lynch. I love Marshawn Lynch's sports interviews because I hate sports interviews. I think they are the only time a sports interview is good is when somebody has been out of the league for a lot of years. And then they say whatever they want. Marshawn Lynch is proving that the media asks a lot of questions that nobody cares about. Very seldom do they ask the question, what we care about. They don't ask. They never ask.
They ask the questions they're supposed to ask.
You could take, and we may have done this on a show, I can't remember, but you could take some recipe cards and put 5 answers on those cards. And they could ask questions, and I could give you answers off the 5 I wrote down before. I could do that. Now, Randy said, Marshawn Lynch, you should get a Magic 8 ball. Now, we didn't have a Magic 8 ball because he said this after he sat down. So we downloaded an app for a Magic 8 ball, which is still downloading on Randy's phone because he has a...
I turned it off. I stopped that download. It was going to take 3 hours.
He has a
stupid 3G.
3G. So I went in and got one of the more sophisticated
technology.
phones in the world. And it's right here. So I'll be... Who do you want to be?
There's a little tree down in there, right there. Oh, the Magic 8 ball is going to be Marshawn Lynch.
So are you...
So we can ask questions of Marshawn Lynch. This is Marshawn Lynch. You didn't think he was pocket-sized, but he is. How's it going, Marshawn? It's like, how you feeling today? We'll ask him, how's he feeling? Reply hazy. Try again. Probably out drinking last night.
Possible.
It's possible for
So
Marshawn.
the Magic 8 ball would have
Maybe
solved.
he has some new alcoholic Skittle drink that he likes to drink. So, that's why everything's kind of hazy for him.
Marshawn Lynch could use the Magic 8 ball.
Taste the vodka rainbow, maybe.
Ooh. And how funny would it be if he did the Magic 8 ball? Marshawn, who would you No, that's not going to work. Marshawn, who is...
You are a terrible reporter.
Marshawn, am I a terrible reporter?
Yeah, let's get Marshawn's opinion on this. And he says, yes, definitely.
Okay, so the magic ball said, yes, definitely.
And you can't see that because it's so small.
The magic ball.
The magic ball is small.
Okay. Can you... Magic ball. Marshawn.
Magic Marshawn.
Marshawn, do you think you will run for over 10 yards in the Super Bowl? Yes, definitely. So,
And I agree with that. I think he'll get more than 10 yards.
How about this? Do you think Russell Wilson will throw for more than 250 yards? Marshawn? Very doubtful. Now, he's so honest.
Marshawn knows everything.
He does. And now, Marshawn Lynch, in all honesty, during the Super Bowl, you should be answering questions with the magic ball. Instead of saying, you know why I'm here. We know why you're here. And I actually like the answer, you know why you're here. I think it's funny people keep asking you questions, even though you're not going to answer. So, write us back, let us know, get your own phone, or go get the 8 ball. Having said that, Marshawn Lynch, do you like Pete Carroll as a coach? Yes. Marshawn Lynch, do you think Reggie Bush should have kept his Heisman Trophy? Most likely. Totally agree.
I totally disagree. But, that's Marshawn for you.
You're not Marshawn.
I know I'm not Marshawn. It's like, but if somebody would ask me that question, I'd answer differently.
So that's one of the things. I got a question for you then, since we're doing a show kind of on weird stuff. Why couldn't he keep it? If you ran the ball and deserved, why not? Why? And here's another one. Why did they take the victory from USC? We're taking away your national championship. And, well, then who won it? If I'm on the team, well, maybe I would. But if I'm on most people are on the team that lost that game, they don't want the national. They lost. They lost to 55 other guys, whatever it is. And a lot of other guys were probably being paid too.
Well,
Marshawn, what do you think? You're a dumbass for not asking a yes or no question.
That's right. That's probably why you got to answer. You can't ask open-ended questions of the Magic 8 ball.
Can you ask open-ended questions of the Magic 8 ball? Concentrate and ask again. Well.
See, you're confusing Marshawn.
Marshawn,
You're going to make his head hurt.
Are you confused? Very doubtful. Anyway, what do you think? Should they have vacated that championship?
To me, when you have one player that broke the rules, you got one player on there. I don't know if they were able to, I don't know if they were able to say that more players did it. But to me, I don't think you punish an entire team. But if it's an NCAA rule that says if you have one player that is getting paid to play the game in this environment, then we have to vacate your victories. And basically, that player is a very selfish player because this is a rules violation that has affected his whole team. His whole team now, even though there were probably a lot of honest players on that team that didn't take a single dime and played under the NCAA rules, they lose all of that.
Do we agree that the NCAA sucks?
To me, they should have just taken away his Heisman Trophy because that's an individual award, and that's all they should have really taken away. I don't think they should have taken away the national championship unless there were other rules violations that were more specific to USC and Pete Carroll and all of them. Okay. Then, yes, they should have taken away the national title. But if it was just the Reggie Bush thing, one person, no. It's like, why punish, in college it's more than 55 people. It's usually, there could be 90 guys standing on the sideline with, so yeah. It's not fair to those guys who didn't break any rules. To me, you take away the individual awards, but if it's if there's a lot of rules violations that are going on, and it starts with the coaching staff and the administration and the athletic director and whatnot, then yes, you're going to have to kind of punish the school.
I accidentally hit the button and it said my sources say no. I was going to ask, Marshawn, do you agree with Randy? Yes, definitely. Well, Marshawn's
sometimes a genius.
He's not as bright as I was hoping for. However, oh, crap. My sources say no. Oh, you shake it. I thought you had to touch it.
No, you can touch it or shake it. It's like, I don't know, Marshawn.
Do you prefer to be touched or shaken?
Oh, that's not a yes or no question.
Outlook not good.
So he doesn't like either one. Pushing his buttons.
I was going to say I might agree on the Reggie Bush not getting the Heisman. However, what's interesting, Vince Young didn't want it.
No, he didn't want because players, they still understand it's like they were out there playing. Even though Vince Young thought he should have won that Heisman Trophy. That Heisman Trophy should have been his. So I don't understand why years later, when you find out that Reggie Bush broke the rules and you thought you should have won that Heisman Trophy to begin with, why wouldn't you take it?
Because they didn't want me to have it and I don't want it.
Well, but that's just it. You wanted the Heisman Trophy. You thought you deserved the Heisman Trophy. They found out that he broke the rules, so he technically doesn't deserve the Heisman Trophy. They're going to give it to you. Why not just take the Heisman Trophy? I get it. Years later, you probably look at it and you go, it was an individual award and it really means nothing. It's not going to...
No. I think in asking...
But, if you look down the road, let's say 30 years from now, not a lot of people are going to remember. They're just going to see, if he would have taken it, they're going to see Vince Young as the winner of that Heisman Trophy. They're not going to remember it.
You know what? It's personal. It's like...
But it's one of those things where it's like, at the time, he thought he deserved it.
They didn't want him. He thought he deserved it. He felt he should have had it. But you know what? If they don't want it to give it to you, then I wouldn't want it. Screw it. Now, I'm not saying if somebody wanted to offer me $1 million, that I wouldn't take it.
So, see, you're just against, because you don't want the silly trophy at this point. You just don't want the trophy. No, because they were going to give it to somebody else.
Yeah. They did give it to somebody else. I wasn't good enough.
They gave it to somebody else, and so you're basically saying it's like, I felt I deserved it. I played better than him. We found out he broke the rules, and now the trophy would naturally come to the person that's on there that didn't cheat. So if Reggie Bush would have been found out before this, they would have given that award to Vince Young that year. He would have gotten that award.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. How many times have we used those words in this world?
But
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
It's a personal preference. I don't know if I would want it. I don't know if I'd want it. But it depends on what comes with it. If money comes with it, then I want it. But that's just it.
That's it. Money's not supposed to come with it.
But what if it was that way? Okay, what if it wasn't a trophy? What if it was $1 million? What if they said the guy who is the best college football player in the land gets $1 million? Not a silly trophy. $1 million. Now, Reggie Bush has to give that $1 million back. You telling me you wouldn't take the $1 million just because they didn't pick you the first time?
No, I'm shallow. I would.
Yeah, well, see, then what's the difference?
The difference
there's the trophy or there's the $1 million. But the fact of the matter is, it's like with the $1 million, you're willing to put aside your pride and take the money, but you're not willing to put aside your pride and take the trophy. Because no, it's just $1 million. I guarantee you, most people would take it. They would take the $1 million. So why not take the trophy? It's still the same thing. You were still second place.
Not.
You're still second place.
I am, and I'm $1 million richer.
And over here they said, we don't want you, but by default now you're the winner. So here's the trophy, or here's the $1 million. But we still didn't pick you the first time. But $1 million, you'll sell your pride.
Well, when you put it, you know what?
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch. What do you think Randy's right? Concentrate and ask again. Do you think Randy's
It's a tough question.
Outlook not good. So Marshawn agrees with me. However, Marshawn had him twitch without any doubt. He said he agrees with me. You know what? Fine. I'm the one that brought up the $1 million thing. Okay, maybe not in the proper.
You shouldn't have brought it up because I basically proved my point because you brought it up. I wouldn't have thought of it that way.
Because it's different if you're giving away something like that.
Stutter through this whole thing, Archie. You're just gonna stutter. You're trying to make your point right now, think at the same time, and talk.
I wonder if my football's flat. Okay,
your brain might be.
So now what I'm thinking.
Has your brain been in the freezer?
No, but it's cold out. Stop vibrating.
Well, you keep shaking him. If you keep shaking Marshawn, he's gonna get angry.
He's good. He reminds me of Earl Campbell and those guys when he runs sometimes.
That's why they gave him the nickname Beast Mode. I want one of the Beast Mode hats.
I'm still saying that I get what you're saying, but it is personal. Now, I would take the $1 million. You would take the $1 million. Do you think Vince Young would take the $1 million?
Yes, I do.
But he has a lot of money.
You know who wouldn't take the $1 million?
Who?
Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. You know why they don't take the $1 million?
Joe Montana?
They've got he'd take it. I mean, look at he's like horning in on Peyton Manning's pizza commercials now. He just wants money.
I thought he wanted free pizza.
I guarantee you, it's like he'd take $1 million. He would. Joe Montana is mediocre. He is not a high.
If you don't know what this,
but I'm telling you right now, it's like Joe Montana being mediocre. He would appreciate $1 million because mediocre people usually don't get that kind of money.
We did a show on top 10 mediocre quarterbacks of all time, and Randy's was Joe Montana.
That's number one. Greatest mediocre quarterback of all time.
If you want to...
See, you can make it sound better. He's the greatest mediocre quarterback of all time.
And we have a show...
And we say this word so much.
Yeah, we do. I have to take a drink every time he says mediocre. And I want a minute. We have a show called Neutral Zone Infraction. Now, you can find that under Neutral Zone Infraction, show 1, 2, 3, or 4. This, we've renamed the show since then because it took off so well. Marshawn agrees, yes. To that mediocre...
50-some views.
We're
going to be millionaires.
We have 50-some views. Okay.
That
so now our show
cents.
is called That Mediocre Sports Show.
Which I like.
And, but if you want to find it, because I'm going to just upload this to Facebook and everything else, I don't know. Outlook not good. Oh, maybe I'm not going to.
Maybe, you might not make it.
Can you hold him?
Oh, you're the one that keeps shaking him.
So anyway, if the mediocre thing about Joe Montana and taking a drink is because mediocre is mentioned a lot on this show.
A lot.
I
like the word mediocre. It's a great show. Great word.
That mediocre sports show.
Great word. It's a great word. Like it a lot.
So anyway, we're going to wrap this up probably. So we have decided. Oh, I got to get the ball. You know what's cool? I can see us, and if I get closer. We're at 19 minutes. It's time.
It's time.
A lot of our shows go over like 30 minutes because we don't have a timer on it, and we talk a lot. Now, so, should I go get the football?
Go ahead and get the football. I'm going to ask Marshawn Lynch another question here. It's like, Marshawn, have you found this show entertaining? You may rely on it. Well, now he's just not making any sense. I think it was all the rainbow vodkas he had last night. Which is Skittles and vodka. That's the new drink of Marshawn Lynch.
Randy, I think we've got a pretty definite answer here. Check this out.
Well, I would say that. You've maybe.
I'm saying that if you take a football and look at this, pretty deflated, guys.
Yeah. So if. Go ahead and make your point. You cheated.
I did not. Oh, how dare you! So if you take a football and you had it in a warm house, like I did, probably, and you then put it in an ice-cold freezer. Feel that, Randy? That was a real freezer. That's cold. And you could tell when I had the beginning of the show that this was flated. Did I say flated?
Inflated is what you said.
Inflated. Now it is deflated, proving once and for all that everybody's wrong and the ball can't deflate in a cold environment.
I just asked Marshawn Lynch, is this whole thing rigged? And it said, it is certain.
No, I want to ask again. I got to see him say it.
It's like, you don't have to. It said right there, it is certain. Don't touch it again. Signs point to yes.
No.
So now you just...
We all know Marshawn shouldn't talk during interviews. So this proves without a doubt, and I'm in here to tell you.
Sean, I just want to say one thing. They don't play football games in the freezer.
No, but they play it cold.
It wasn't that cold.
Dallas Green Bay, 1968.
Did the balls look like that in the Dallas Green Bay game? Do you remember what the ball looked like in the Dallas? It did not look like that.
That's why I'm proving that an extra cold shows you that they go down, which means
you poke a hole in the ball.
Who would poke a hole in a perfectly good football to prove a point? Who is that lame? No one. And this ball does not fly.
Is Sean that lame?
No. So,
it is certain. Marshawn Lynch is just backing me up on this.
That's it. He's fired. Okay, so anyway, show's out. That Mediocre Sports Show, formerly Neutral Zone Infraction. We got 4 episodes up on, what are they on YouTube?
They're on YouTube right now.
YouTube. There would be more, but it. Okay, so I got to get up. Why do I always got to get up?
I don't know, because you're the cameraman.
I'm the producer, the director, the cameraman. I've been told the talent. What? Did you ask Marshawn something?
It's just funny how many times Marshawn was agreeing with me
on
your football thing.
How do you stop this?
Just hit your home button.
Oh.